Okay, time for part 4, closure. We need to start the train station. We need to start. I haven't been here in a long time. I'm leaving again already. Wait, is this the young Java? Zava? I might give him a Java's voice just in case. The Sheen bloke. Father owns a large hut up there. It's time. Where's my compartment again? Where is this plastic ticket? What compartment did it say? Was it 9? It must be in the wrong car. Is this... Oh, excuse me. Not the right one. He seems quite engrossed in that book. I'm not in the mood for a conversation anyway. I just want to find the right compartment. Empty. Definitely not my compartment. Oh. That was 6. No. This is the right compartment. Is this seat taken? How far are you gone? All the way to the end of the line. Aren't we all? Episode 4, closure. What? Ouch! Best not to stab him until he's done checking his belongings. I believe this is yours. Thank you. I think this book fell out of your luggage. Oh, thanks. Yours? Thank you. A photograph of a few students. You must have dropped it. Your photograph? Oh, yes. Thank you. Excuse me. Yes. What brings you on this train today? Me? My family. I'll be sending them money. That's very noble of you. I'll finally be able to help support them. Excuse me. Traveling far? What do you think? I'm headed south for a vacation. Is there any news? No front page. Only local news. Anything about Vienna? Iran to repeat success concert at Music Veteran? Market's new exhibition, great success. So there's the painting of famous professor refocuses research. So this isn't young Java. Cool. There's an article about an exhibition opening. Franz Market, the portrait artist. Portrait artist, you call it? How about the genius, the shooting star? His art has so much truth to it. A concert at the Music Verein. Arthur Garban. An Arthur Garban musical production. Yes. Do you know him? I met him once. Oh, that's the farm boy, right? I met him once. He came to our village. A former professor at the mathematics faculty at the University of Vienna. Zala? Zala, the mathematician? Yeah, that's what it says. I guess this is how the adventure begins. Excuse me. Yes? That photo. Who are the people next to you? That's Professor Ranishek in her class. First woman lecturer in mathematics at the university. That's me in the front there. She was one of the best lecturers I had at university. The university had women lecturers. Her position wasn't official, but Professor Nenner invited her to speak often at his classes. She tutored students as well. I have no idea. Professor Ranishek was funny too. She always managed to make us understand highly complex concepts. And she told us great jokes too. About a year ago. That way the change can be maintained. Forming a new state over time. Theodore, did you understand what we just heard? You didn't pay any attention again, didn't you? No, I did. But it was far easier to follow Professor Nenner's lessons. Oh, don't pretend. Professor Ranishek is an exceptional teacher, even as a substitute. Look here, it's easy. It's all about change. Yeah, I kinda got that. Remember a joke at the start of the lesson? Which one? What do you get when you cross a mosquito with a mountain climber? Nothing, you can't cross a vector and a scalar. But how is that supposed to help me understand? Hey Neko, nice to see you back. I'm almost finished, I'm on to part 4 now. But how is that supposed to help me understand? Don't know. I just like the joke. I have no clue what I was trying to write down here. Looks like something about monkeys. And is that a drawing of a cake with a symbol pi on it? Of course it is. Look here. See, it's easy. I don't think that's what she meant. What? Oh wait. No, that's wrong. Yeah, I've enjoyed it so far. Part 3 was really good. Really enjoyed part 3. Some of the maths was a bit dodgy, but the storyline threw up a bit of an unexpected turn that I really liked. Actually, it was. and then you just do this. I didn't pay attention to her lesson, but even I know this cannot be correct. What? Oh wait, no, that's wrong. Actually, it was. Wait, am I supposed to be clicking elsewhere? Over, under, pull it tight. What? What? Oh wait. No, that's wrong. Actually, it was. Okay. Oh, there. Okay, so. There. Okay, so I've had to position my mouse. That one, I believe. Yeah. The destination of the secondary change is the inverse function of change. What? Imagine a dog that really needs to pee. What? Just listen for a second, would you? If the dog pees, the liquid will be gone. That's genius. You should hear some of the explanations for this theory. There were turnips, that was one thing. There was a leaf falling. What? Oh, there's cross-dressing. That's genius. Oh, for crying out loud. I wasn't finished, you blockhead. Oh, right. Go on. So, Ranishek's theory basically asks the question, can the amount of liquid change but stay the same? And the question is answered by the secondary change. If the dog drinks water while peeing, the amount of liquid would stay the same, hence forming a new state over time. Ranishek's. I think your explanation is all wet. I'll give you higher mathematics, you give me puns. Why are you being stupid about it? Oh. Well, I'm just here for the jokes. And this is what separates us from other sciences. We are looking beyond something. We are looking beyond how something appears. We are looking for a deeper truth about the world, and everything it is, and everything it could be. That reminds me of a joke. A theologian, a physicist, and a mathematician. Yeah, all good. A theologian, a physicist, and a mathematician. Watch 3 people go into an empty room. After a while, 5 people exit the room. The theologian exclaims, "It's a miracle." The physicist scoffs. Clearly, there's been a measuring error. Finally, the mathematician proclaims, "If another 2 go in, no one would be in the room." That's a good one, I like that one. I confess I don't understand. Maybe not, but she did change a lot at the university. I remember when my cousin wanted to study physics. Many months ago. May I help you, sir? I'm here to speak to a member of the Radius. Are you indeed? They're a private gathering and they're not to be disturbed, especially by a student. Fine. Now I'd like to use the lavatory. If that is alright with you? Surely not. I will not be fooled again. It's very important that I see the Radius. Young man, you are not going in that room unless you pass the test. I've had some bad experiences in the past. Very well, what is your test? Tell me the names of 3 members of the Radius. Professor Roche. Correct. Professor Shao. Incorrect. There is no Professor Shell in the radius. Of course there is. That's who I want to see. There is no one by that name in the radius. Good day. Wait. Oh, I may of course Professor Renishek. How could you forget Miss Emma? I don't know. She is the heart and soul of the radius. Lovely. Professor Wilhelm. What? His Majesty? Kaiser Wilhelm. Oh. You are a remarkably stupid young man. Professor Worm. Correct. Well, may I enter now? No. Why not? I passed your test. Well, perhaps. But no, you called Professor Fraulein Emma by the wrong name. So you mustn't know her very well. Which means I will not let you enter the radius. Please leave now. Now. What's wrong? Can't find the door? Fine, I won't bother the radius, but I am hungry and thirsty. I would like a seat. You'd not send away a paying customer, would you? Of course not. Thomas? Could you show the gentleman to a table? And do keep an eye on him. Certainly. Follow me, mind her. Here we are. Take a seat, I will be right back. Huh. I don't think so. Now I just need to get past him and into the radius. Hold it right there. You are not allowed. Damn it. I don't need to go to the toilets right now. To avoid drinking too much coffee though. Excuse me. Excuse me. Yes? Why can I not enter the radius? You're not allowed. Why? Excuse me? Hey. Excuse me? Excuse me. Excuse me? Yes? I'd like to order cake. Certainly. What would you like? Piece of sashatoy, please. Right away. Radius, finally. And who do we have here? Oh, I do believe that is one of my students. Theodore, isn't it? That's right, Professor Renishek. Well, come on, what can we do for you? Theodore, it's good to see you. I apologize for bursting in on you like this. What can I help you with? I have a favour to ask of you. Huh? I have a cousin who wants to study physics at university. Bravo, but why come to me? Maria is a girl. A woman. Almost a woman. Ah, then I understand all too well. Is she bright? Like the sun at midday. She wants to follow in the path of Marie Curie. Bright and ambitious then. Please tell her to come talk to me. I promise I will do whatever I can to see that she is allowed to enroll. Thank you, Professor. Where is Professor Nana? I don't know. He's been missing for a while now. Yes? Sorry. Thank you. Excuse me. Professor Roach? Is that you? Yes. Oh, but You're not smoking, have you given up? No. I have a cold I can't seem to shake. I hope you get well soon. Good day to you, Professor Zara. Good day to you too. I wanted to speak to Professor Vernishek. Do I look like Professor Vernishek? Please conclude your business with her and leave. Professor Ranishek's vote was all it took. The faculty would grumble and wave their arms as usual, but in the end the professor almost always prevailed. Maria was allowed to enroll. She was an actual professor? No, officially, no. That's what the students call her, and even some of the faculty members. A remarkable woman. I remember when she was leaving the university to write this book. Several months ago. Professor, why must you go to Manchester? Because my students don't need so much attention. Where would I find the time to write my book? Well, I for one don't want to accept this change. I'll miss you. I'll miss you all too. We need something to remember you by. I would have thought the mark I gave you on your last exam would be enough, Richard. Something you should remember her by. Oh, a photographer. We should take a picture. However, that man is currently talking to the photographer. Hello, boy. Good morning. Could you and your father move? He's busy. I can see that, but I really need to talk to that gentleman. That's a photographer. Yes. You will have to wait. Just like me. Wait and wait and wait. I get it. A couple of minutes later. Papa! Sorry. They're still here. Professor? Yes, Theodore? Have you heard from Maria? Of course. She's as smart as you claim. She is incredibly invested in her studies. Professor, you would do well to follow her example. Professor? I'm teasing, Theodore. You're a talented student, of course. Of course. When are you leaving? The day after tomorrow. So soon? Yes. Manchester is eager to have me, and I'm eager to work on my book. But never mind that. I'm here to spend one last day with my students, so let's enjoy it. What about Professor Zara? We're working together on a new proof. But you're leaving. I think communicating through mail will be easier for both of us. Written formulae are so much quieter than yelling at one another. If you'll excuse me. Maybe we could have some sort of keepsake. Pardon me. Excuse me. He doesn't seem to hear me. I'm glad the market is becoming safer. There are a lot of shady people here according to the papers. Looks like they also closed up a couple of stores. Ooh. Okay, yeah. So the Jewish vendor was there and the herbalist there. No, okay, they're the same. You know. had enough of blackboards for today. Besides, the vegetable vendor won't be too pleased if we fill his blackboard with our mathematical ingenuity. You're a wonderful teacher. You could set off some of our stamp bags in her honor. I'd set off a stampede. You're such an inspiration to me, Professor. Professor? Yes, Leonor. If you'll excuse me. Hello, boy. Good morning. Can you help me? I'm bored. If you get me something to play with, maybe I'll help you. I don't suppose you like vegetables? No. You can just wait, you know? That's apparently what good boys do. I think Lucas has something that might entertain the boy. Never mind. Bye. Lucas. Yes? Could I have some of those snap bags? I don't want to cause a riot. They're always police patrol. Don't worry, it'll be fine. Don't worry, it'll be fine. What do you want them for? It's complicated, but I don't need many. Maybe just 5? Alright, but I don't have a lot more after that. Thank you. Be careful with them, alright? Of course. Hello, boy. Good morning. Here, I have something for you. What are they? If you throw them on the ground, they go boosh. Ooh, gimme. But you should only throw one at a time. Where did you get that? That's enough. Let's go. Well, did not go as hoped, but at least I right. Now I can talk to the photographer. Excuse me. Yes? Could you take a great picture of me and my friends over there? Of course. Let's gather everyone together in front of the camera. Professor, a photographer. How about a picture? Perfect. Secondary change to maintain the state we're in right now. I wonder if everything will change now. 321 kilometers to go. Excuse me. Ron's Market. You know him. Yes, I know him. And his work. Quite well, as a matter of fact. Although we never met. That's the guy, of course. A few months ago. This copy is coming along nicely. Greta is showing my latest portrait this evening at the salon. I'm very proud of you. Uh, oh, a tough subject as you'll see. I'm sure you captured him or her admirably. Market himself in another exhibition. More work for you, poor old fella. Thanks for inviting me, Market. Hold it right there. Wait there. He's right behind me. I need to hide somewhere. You won't escape this time. Stop, brother. I've got you now. Halt! You cannot escape. You're coming with me. Oh my. I encountered the markets often, but I was beneath their interest. I was invisible to them. Probably because I'm not a very outgoing person. I decided that should change. So are you a street artist? You copy famous paintings for the tourists? Something like that. Market's early works weren't as sophisticated as his later portraits. It feels as if he were an overnight sensation. I like to think that people around him, his patron Greta Lornischer, and even my own small way, help him evolve so quickly. We were never formally introduced, but I made my presence felt. A few weeks ago. I wonder, is this the right place? That's Franz Ferdinand there. Wait, is that Franz Ferdinand? No, that can't be. He isn't too fond of new art. It's probably just some snob. Oh, there's Marquette. Over there, Gustav Klimt. Is that Wilma Dorfel? Certainly not. The young lady accompanying Professor Caban is a new protege. Can that be Lorna Shack, the art critic? Of course, that is Fraulein Lorna Shack. Everyone knows her. You oaf? What did you call me? Who is that person? A failed artist? Or a beggar? Maybe both. Yes, this is definitely the place. Such a distinguished audience. Ugh, dressed like this, I'll stand out like a donkey among racehorses. An ear disguise, clothes make the man. I don't think anyone will mind me borrowing that jacket. My jacket needs a finishing touch, a tie maybe. Oh dear. And who might you be? I'm a painter. I'm sharing my workshop with Marquette over there. Sure you are. But then again, I do not care. Just so you know, they'll kick you out if you keep wandering around in these clothes. One of these might serve as a stylish scarf. There. Almost couture. Wearing additional coats won't help me. No socialising without a beverage, they say. Excuse me, I seem to have misplaced my glass. Here you go, mine her. Thank you. Gustav. Yes? A pleasure to make your acquaintance. And yours, Herr Weber. Weber. Paul Weber. Ah, yes. How do you know Franz Market? Well, I discovered him. Were you not here when I introduced him? I'm afraid my aunt was terribly sick that day. I'm sorry to hear that. Do you know who Market Sider's subject is? He won't tell me. But we shall see in a few moments, won't we? Please excuse me. Good evening. Madam. Good evening. Do I know you from somewhere? You don't remember me? I'm terribly sorry, but I can't recall your face. I'm sorry. I can't seem to remember where we met either. Well, if you do, please enlighten me. I need to find out more about Fraulein Lornischer. Doesn't look like the unveiling will start anytime soon. Herr Klimt, yes? Please excuse me. Who can I talk to? Ah, waiter. Waiter? More wine, mein Herr? Yes, please. Thank you. You wouldn't happen to know something about the guests here? What would you like to know? What is Fraulein Lornischer like? She's a great genius if I ever saw one. Painting is easy. What? But distinguishing art from the mundane? I'm not quite sure I agree. And real fake, that is hard. Well, if you put it that way. Some imitations are indeed quite good. What? You have missed my point entirely. Never mind. Can you tell me something interesting about Marquette? I'm afraid the answer to that request is no. Do you often work at events like these? Yes, when I'm not serving at the cafe, I try to focus on events of cultural significance. How can you tell what's culturally significant? Oh, you must be joking. Just look at the people that are gathered here. The creme de la creme of Vienna. The last time I saw them all in one place was when I waited tables at Herr Klimt's birthday. Ah, interesting. It is, isn't it? Yes, well, thank you. Klimt's birthday. Fraulein Lornischer must have been there as well. You again. Do you remember where we met? We met at Gustav's birthday party. Oh, there were so many there. You must excuse my hazy memory. It's no trouble. What did you want to speak with me about? Tell me about... What are you doing these days? What are you doing these days? Oh, a rather personal question, would you say? I'm sorry, it's just I so look forward to your critiques. Ah, well, was there anything else? Tell me about it. Just between the two of us, do you know who his latest subject is? You'll see soon enough, will you not? Nevertheless, from what I hear, he or she was a challenging subject. I can tell you that it's someone you're quite familiar with. Oh, most interesting. Was there anything else? Tell me about who Marquette will paint next. Who knows? He is a driven person, there can be no doubt about that. It is hard to predict what will next pique his interest. So I've noticed. I'll leave you be. Excuse me. I think they're about to start. Keep painting, Marco. We can make a fortune together. You're an art dealer? I sell paintings, yes. Here's my card. I'm always pleased to welcome new patrons. Yes, and I've sold a couple of yours already, Herclift. Since none of us know what tomorrow may bring, I may as well confirm what your reasons been. I'm a forger. You copy an artist's work and then sell it as an original? Only fine art, understand? There is so much dreck on display these days. I copy only the best. You've copied more than one market, I take it? How could I not? The market was a dream come true. I copied several of his earliest works, then sold them to rich tourists who know no better. But you've decided to concentrate on your own inspirations. Inspiration? Shall I list for you the artists whose own work was only discovered after they were dead? I'd rather not wait for my rewards. My mistake? What are you going to say? He outgrew both himself and, unfortunately, me. Ladies and gentlemen, please gather around. It's time for the unveiling of Friends' latest work. Who will it be? Any ideas? Subjects are all from all classes, all walks of life. It's impossible to know. I hope it is a man. Said he has affairs with all his female models. What you mean is that you hope he paints you? Well, of course I would be honoured. I knew at once there was no way I could copy that. Have you seen his most recent paintings? Yes. His work has turned darker of late, as if the light were going out of the world. 100 kilometers left. Excuse me. Yes? So, do you play the harmonica or only polish it? Excuse me? Yes? Do you know any other songs? I know one. I could try. I know that piece, the Lion Song. Wilma Dorfel composed it. I know it well. It's a classic. And you can't walk across the university without hearing someone rehearsing it in the music school, or humming it on the way to class. She's my sister. Oh right, and Mozart is my uncle. I can usually tell when someone is lying to me. I think our friend here speaks the truth. Nonsense. Look at his clothes. Farmers aren't near him dressing well. Shan't be long now. Excuse me. Yes. Yes. Tell us about your sister. Wilma didn't always live in Vienna. She grew up on a farm with Mum and Papa and me. But one night that will change. Tell us. Well played, big sister. We have to hurry, Otto. Papa told us to be home before 10. I'll collect the money. The young one blows so well. Wilma is self-taught, and she writes many of her own songs. What's that you say? She's elf-taught. You think I'm dumb? I suppose elves made her violin. She taught herself to play, and Papa bought the violin in Melbourne. Oh. Well, here then. Thank you. I'm glad you like what you heard. I should ask them how they liked Wilma's music. Send your sister over, boy. I have something I'd like to discuss with her. Wilma just plays. I collect the money. Yeah, I want to talk to her about playing a little something with me. She plays the violin for money, that's all. Now pay up or shut up. Watch your mouth, twig, or I'll snap you in two. You just try it, Sir? Sir, my songs are meant to soothe, not sell. I'm sure Otto and my papa and my 3 uncles would not take kindly to anyone who spoiled the mood. She's right, they're a fearful lot of doffles. Don't you want our money? Oh yes, here. Money for the music. Thank you. Please give my regards to your wife. I could have beaten him. Someday I'll show you how strong I am. I don't recognize him, and he looks like he should have at least some coin on him. This is Professor Carbon. He has an offer for Wilma. What do you want with my sister? Young man, I assure you my intentions are honourable. Oh? I am Arthur Carbon. Here is my card. As you see, I'm a professor of musical theory from Vienna. It was only by chance that Professor Carbon stopped at the inn on his way to Salzburg. He was very impressed with Wilma's songs, and he told us he would try and arrange a scholarship for her at the institute where he taught. It was a dream come true for her, one our parents could not have paid for. She must have been thrilled at the opportunity. She wasn't though. Our farm and the village were all she knew. Vienna sounded big and terrifying. What was it like growing up with a prodigy like Wilma? A prodigy? Wilma? She was years older than Mozart. Most girls her age were already married. Okay then. What was it like growing up with your big sister? Well, of course big sisters are given to young brothers to tease. Of course. She could hear music even when none was played. I guess it came from inside her. She'd close her eyes and listen, lost to the world. And naturally you're respectful of that. Naturally. Well, no, it was the perfect time to steal her violin and hide it. Perfect. Several years ago. I'll show them that I can play too. Alright. It's right there. I just need to wait for the right moment. Otto? I'm telling you, it wasn't easy. It took skill and daring to steal that violin. Where did you hide it? Oh, someplace out of the way, but safe. I didn't want anything to happen to it. Again? Did you take up the harmonica because of your sister? I guess I did in a way. My papa gave it to me. I'm not very good at it. At least not as good as Wilma. There was always music in her. I sense another story. You ask a lot of questions. I'm a journalist. Well, at least I was. There isn't much more to tell. It was after Wilma got her violin. We don't have much, so naturally, I was jealous. Well done, both of you. Again. Wilma, what is it? Did we miss a note? No, you played it as written. We sang it as written. Here we go again. Then what is wrong? Can't you hear it, Papa? This passage here. And now clouds float. The notes are so boring. But we always sing it. But we always sing it like that. I want to sing it the same way. But it's boring. Now hold on, both of you. Papa, you need to play better notes. Can't you hear how exciting it could be? Or show me. Me? You play, Papa, not Wilma. Let your sister try, Otto. Fine. It's alright, show us. Like this? That's very good. The notes don't have to be so well matched. Each can have its own life. Go on, keep playing. Wait. And we should change what we sing too. Oh? What do you have in mind? I can come up with something too. Let's see. My papa is strong. And she's playing all wrong. Otto, you will not sing that. And the bugs have much fun. And the bees started working. And the clouds are gone. Alright, you can sing that if you want to. Now Wilma, play. There. Can you play it like this? No, you're right. The violin is yours, Wilma. Keep it. Play it. Make your music. I've just got to use the loo quickly, I'll be right back. trembled, looked down at the violin in her hands. Her eyes were shining. That was the beginning. I wish I'd heard her in concert. I wonder when I'll hear another concert. There will always be music, my friend. Even here. 22 kilometers left. So I imagine this is a journalist story now. Gentlemen, you have done the impossible. You have taken my mind from our destination. I thank you. Not so fast. You are a journalist. You must have a story to tell. Alas, it is a short one. I wanted to write, but my family was against it. A baron's son must naturally be in the military, so I couldn't continue writing. I wish I had a story like one of yours. All four of us only headed for a story of some kind. Although yours will be somewhat different, I think. How do you mean? We three are enlisted men, 5th Army here. The same. 5th Army, yes. Headed for the camp west of the Drina River. But you're an officer. 6th Army, yes. It's that obvious. Not only that, but you boarded the train at Wiener-Neustadt. Military academy is there. Considering my former profession, I'm ill prepared to be a soldier of any kind. Considering I'm a farmer, I could say the same. I've drilled, but I've never led anyone into battle. How do you inspire the courage necessary? What do you say? Wilma listened first. You can obviously do that. He's right, there would be no stories. You drew them out of us. I think leadership must be like learning. You learn more by listening than talking. Otto, you're going to war to support your family? Right. Otto, you're going to war to support your family? That's why Wilma left home. Now it's my turn to help. But I have no talents to speak of. It doesn't take much talent to point a rifle and pull the trigger. More than you might think, young man. I'll tell you this, I'm no coward. I'll be at the front of the charge. Think about what you just said. If he wants to die, just let him. Yes, your sister had talent, but she did not just waltz on top of the stage. It took time and effort to become who she is now. Yes, she did wait and listen. Her music was truthful and aware, but I gave my word. I'll fight until the last breath if I must. Playing the hero. What's wrong with that? I can see you're working yourself up. And why not? I'm going to war. You must prepare for what's coming. How did your sister prepare for writing her song? She wrote to me once about a friend that she called. He was there for her when she was all alone. But who do I have? Your comrades in arms must trust you, just like your family trusted in Wilma. That song will remind you of home, of family, friends, loved ones. I won't let them down. You will, if you rush heedlessly into enemy fire. You cannot be thoughtless. To be thoughtless is to be blind. Blind? I don't understand. Find the calm deep inside you. been in this situation before. Your story, the men at the inn where your sister played. Your family needed the money, and you swallowed your anger and took it. I never should have taken that money. Staying calm. You make it sound so easy. It's not. It's the most difficult thing there is. Wilma's choices seem to have a great influence on your life. Even watching from the sidelines has changed. Will you think about what I've said? Yes, I will. Or why are you on this train? I'm not interested in hearing your platitudes. You help me. Let me help you. You can't. Why? Tell me why you enlisted. I didn't, Lieutenant. I was drafted. Theodore, why did you enlist? Because war is madness. Oh, that makes so much sense. How do wars start? Greed for wealth or land. Fear of those who are not like us and therefore must mean us harm. Revenge for a zealot's bullet. And you think you can stop all that? Probably not. Not by myself anyway. But I thought I could at least try. I know that sounds foolish. Do you have something in mind? Yes. Who makes the decision to make war? Politicians, not soldiers. More politicians spent time facing an enemy bayonet to bayonet. Maybe they would try harder to find another solution. A solution? Like you did with that photo when your professor was leaving? Instead of lamenting, you took change into your own hands? Precisely. You sound very passionate about this. And naive, I suppose. It seems you have a gift with words. Your professor taught you well. Maybe. And still she disguised as sham. I will speak but only the truth, no shams and no disguises. What stops you from doing that? I want to inspire the people, but I don't know if I'm brave enough. You have courage, I see it in you. You see more in me than I do. Naturally. Just like Renishek. How so? Wouldn't you call it brave? That your professor took over Nana's classes? Yes, of course. Extraordinarily so. But how am I brave? You're putting your life on the line for your beliefs. And what if people listen? How do I know that what I'm proclaiming is what's right? You're a scientist, are you not? What of it? You can't know you're right, but when there's new data, you adapt your theory. Renishek did that in the duel with Zala, remember? She could have destroyed his career. But something changed in that lecture hall. She acknowledged his efforts and respected him. Yes, together they accomplished so much more. I wish I could be as sure as you are. You studied mathematics, you understand odds? Of course. I would bet on you. I'm sure your professor would too. It does sound like something she would do. Based on all you've told us, it seems the changes she brought were not just for her, but for everyone. What do you mean by that? She did not just focus on her own theories. She changed something in others around her through teaching. And I can too. We're almost there. Then I must change. My men must see me in uniform. We're coming to the station. Where's Paul? He left just after you did. I don't think he'll be joining us at the front. He won't if he gets shot deserting. He must still be on the train though. I'll go look for him. Paul? Paul? You're leaving us? Are you gonna try stop me? You never told us if you painted your own pictures. Why would I? I'm a forger. For a friend, someone you love? Or for yourself, not for profit, just for you? No. Why would anyone look at them? I'm a nobody. What makes you think me, son of a baron? Think you know me, son of a baron? We're all questioning ourselves, aren't we? But think about it. Marker confronted his battles head on. What battles do you fight someone with a brush? On guard, he painted his greatest critic. Touché. The train is slowing. Will you sound the alarm? No, it's your decision. We were right. You will make a good leader. I'll do my best. Please leave me now. I have a decision to make. I'm glad you reconsidered, Paul. Gentlemen, we go to different battles, but I would be proud to have you in my command. I'll do everything in my power not to fail my men. If I fail them, I will be failing you. My name is Albert Vogel. Everyone calls me Bert. Theodore Lechner. Otto Derfel. Paul Weber. Is there a historical significance to Albert Vogel that I'm not aware of? Oh, yeah. Like, well, I didn't know if it had progressed this far in the timeline, but I was wondering, was it World War One they were leading up to, yes. Because, yeah, I was thinking there might have been something a decade earlier or something, but yeah, it was World War One they were leading up to. In 1914, shortly after the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand, men were drafted. It was the beginning of the First World War. Otto went to war to defend his family and his country, but he got to see his parents again. Paul stopped running away. Committing to something for the first time in his life, he returned to Frida. And a few years later, that commitment turned into a small, happy family. In the 4 years of war, something inside Theodore changed. Pursuing a career in politics, he swore to prevent another war at all costs. He failed. For a short amount of time, Wilma's music was a huge success. She was the darling of all Vienna. But one day, Wilma returned to her hometown. While she never stopped writing music, she took up teaching it. One late autumn afternoon, a woman stepped into Leos Podany's inn. She sat down silently. When asked what she would like to have, she smiled and answered, "A plate of your world-famous dumplings, Leos." The music that brightened the early years of the 20th century fell silent after the outbreak of the war. Franz Prince Market must have done something to change his grandfather's mind. He began climbing again soon after his grandson's success. Franz became a central member of a new art movement in Vienna. His unique popular world inspired many across all disciplines. Franz was drafted 1 year after the war broke out. In the brief quiet before dawn, he drew the layers of his comrades. In 1918, Gustav Klimt died, marking the end of an era. Emma Renishek moved to the United Kingdom, accepting an offer to become a lecturer for mathematics at a university in Yorkshire. Throughout the 20th century, many scientific discoveries were credited to Emma's proof of the Renishek state. Emma kept writing to Nicole for the rest of her life. Nicole found she didn't hate quite as many things as she used to. During the war, the University of Vienna was transformed into a military hospital. The lessons continued to be learned wherever students and their teachers could meet. The First World War came to an end in 1918. The total number of military and civilian casualties amounted to more than 38 million lives. Finn. Let that play, but I'll turn it down slightly. Okay, so I found the different chapters very variable. So number 3 was amazing, number 1 was good. And then 2 and 4 I wasn't a massive fan of. 4 especially, like obviously that bit towards the end, the what would you call it, the cinematic or whatever, that was obviously very moving. I'm super curious to see how much of that sort of stuff was based on reality, like are these people who were actual historical figures, or was this whole, like, were all of the main characters made up? Yeah, like I said, part 3 amazing, part 1 good, the other 2 wasn't a big fan of. I'll let this finish out and then say my goodbyes.